Everyone, welcome to your first ever decentralized staking DApp platform where you will allow users to stake their token and they can earn reward. We also have a feature of ICOs, so they can buy the token and they can stake and they can earn the reward. So let me give you a quick walkthrough that what exactly we're going to code in this entire project. So the very first section we have in our project is the navigation section. So this is the logo which you can easily able to customize as per your branding. Here we have the navigation, so you can click on this home and you will be on the home section. You can click on the staking and it will take you to the staking section where you will find all of this. You can go to the crypto, you can go to the partners, and that's all you will find. So let's go on top, and here we have the hero section, and here we are using a special wallet provider which allow you to connect with different crypto wallets. So if I click here, I can easily able to disconnect, and I'm disconnected. So if I want to connect with the wallet, I can simply click on this connect wallet, and here it's going to give me multiple options. So I have MetaMask installed in my browser, so that's why it's reflecting here, but they have other option and you can configure manually as well. So if you don't have these wallets, you can simply click here and scan the QR code from your device in your phone and you are connected and you can able to do the transaction. So that's how you can pick the wallet. So I'll go with the MetaMask because that's what I have in my browser. So interact with the contract. So it's going to simply connect, it's going to fetch your account address and the balance which you have, and all the data from the contract will be reflecting here as per your wallet. Now we have an option called token ICO. So we are also selling the token which we are allowing user to deposit in our contract to earn reward. So if they don't have the tokens, they can simply click on this and they can buy the token and then they can stake the token to earn the reward. So currently the supply is 90 token is left and this is my balance. You can simply put the amount and this much money you're going to pay and you will get a 5 token in your wallet, which I will show you. So that's our navigation section, and here we have the hero section. You can customize this tagline as per your branding. Here we have an option for buying tokens. You can click and you can buy the token, and if you want to add this particular token in your MetaMask, so you can simply click here and it's going to open the MetaMask and you have to simply add the token. So you can see I can click on this add token and the token will be added in my MetaMask successfully. So we have added the token. Now here you will find the stat of the current ICO which we are doing on this TBC token. So you can see the price, you can see the token left in the ICO contract, the total supply, and how many tokens have sold so far. So currently I bought 10 token, that's why you can see it's 10, but the total supply was 100. So every single data is dynamic, and that's what we have in our hero section. Now come back to the second section is the stats section. So currently we have 3 different pools. You can create as many pool as you want, but we are focusing on the 3 different pools. So the first pool we have is 50%, in that we have 20 token stake. The second pool we have is 100%, in that we have 50 token stake, and here we have this 200 pool, in that we have stored 100 token. So you can able to find the stake of the token in each pool and the total number of token are staked in the contract. That's all is there in the staking platform. That's all is reflecting here in the analytical section. Now let's come back to the staking. So if I click on the staking, it will take me here and I can able to stake my token in the contract. Deposit I have done. So the account I have used for connecting, with that account I have deposited 20 token, and that's what is reflecting, and this much reward I have earned so far after staking 20 token. In the standard one, you can see I have staked 40 token and the total number of token stake in this particular standard is 50. So other user have staked 10 token and the reward I have earned is this much. If I go to the elite one, in that I have staked 90 token and this much reward I have earned. So I can able to withdraw, or if I want to stake more, I can do that very easily. You can click on the details and there you will find the details about the 2 token, the token which user will stake and the token they will get in return as a reward. So you can simply provide different token as a reward, but I'm going with the same token as a reward. So that's all details you will find here. So that's the staking section. Now the second section we have is the token, where we are displaying the supply of the market and the price. So you can see the total taken stake is this is the price and this is the reward supply. So this is the dynamic data we have about our token. Now we have this staking reward section. Then we have this token reward section. There you will find the stats about the current reward which you are getting. So you can see in the first pool I have 20 token and the staking period is 1 day and I have earned this much reward which I can able to claim, or if I want to withdraw my token out of this particular pool, I can do that as well. Same goes with this one, this second pool, and this is the third pool. If I want to simply withdraw the fund, I can simply click here and I can give the amount which I want to withdraw, or I can simply claim the reward. In the same way, you can go with this one or you can go with this one. So if I come back here in the staking pool, I can simply click on this investment, and here I can invest more tokens. So you can see the current deposit I have done 20 and the total deposit is 20. So if I want to deposit more token, so this is currently available balance I have of this particular token. So if I want to deposit, I can deposit the token. So that's how our deposit we have. Now we have seen this staking reward section. I'll show you every single thing. Now we have this active like. So all the transaction which is happening in our staking contract, whether the users are withdrawing fund, depositing, claiming reward, that's all stats we have here. So you can see a while ago I have withdrawn the fund of 10 token from pool 2. You can see the token, you can see the address of the user and the time I have withdrawn that. So that's all stats you will find about the deposit, withdraw and claim. That's all will reflect here. You can click here and it will take you to the analytical page where you will find all the transaction of the rewards and deposit. Then we have our partners. So here I'm displaying different partners which we have collaborated with. So you can simply customize as per your branding. Then we have this question section. So if your user have any question they want to ask you, they can simply do that. So they can click on this ask question and they can give their name, email and the message, and they can send the message to you. I'll show you all the features. Then we have the footer section. We have a nice footer section where we are displaying all of this. This looks good. So this is the entire UI of our front end. Now let's see everything in action, because so we have an admin panel as well, which I will show you. So what I will do is I'll first come back here and I'm going to buy a couple of tokens. So currently supply is this much, 90, and I want to buy, let's say 10 token, and this much fund I have to pay if I want to buy the token. So I can click on this buy token and it's going to make a call to my smart contract. It will open the MetaMask and I have to simply confirm the transaction. So I'm paying this much fund and this fund will be transferred straight away to the owner of the contract. So simply click on this confirm and the transaction will complete. After the complete transaction, you will have your token in your wallet address and this fund will be go down. Just wait. And finally the transaction is completed. You can see it's loading the data and you have received your token. So if I come back here, you can see it went up to 10 because we have bought 10 token. Now if I click on this, you have this 80 and your balance went up to 10. Earlier it was 85, but now you have 95. So you have bought the token. If you want to add the token in your MetaMask, you can simply click here and you have to simply confirm the add token and you will be added this token which we are selling in the staking as well as in the ICO. So the token is added successfully. This looks good. You have seen the feature. Now let's come back to the staking. I can stake more token in any one of the pools. I already have deposit of 20 token. If I want to stake more, I can click on this invest and here I have to give the amount. So this much balance I have, so I can simply increase my allowance. So I'll go with 100 token deposit now. So it will become 120. I can click on this proceed and it's going to make a call to our smart contract. So first I have to approve the transaction. So click on this next, approve. And once the approval will complete, now we'll have an option to confirm and the deposit, because that's how things work in the decentralized ecosystem. If you want to give your token to an external contract which is going to execute the token, then you have to approve. Then the contract will have the right to execute the token on behalf of you to make the transaction and earn the commission. So we have successfully approved the token. Now we have to simply confirm that. So we'll say confirm. After the confirmation, the token will be staked in the contract. Just wait. And finally, the token is staked in our staking contract and you will see that token will be reflecting in our investment. So right now it went up to 120 because I have invested 100 more token, and you can see the reward went down to 0 because that's the feature we have included in our smart contract. So we have a lock period of 1 day. If 1 day complete, the user will earn the reward, and when he will try to deposit the token one more time, we'll first withdraw that token, the reward token, and transfer to his wallet, and then we're going to simply stake the token. So that's the logic we have implemented. So that's what we have. If I want to withdraw, I can do that. I can invest in this as well. So if I want to invest more, I can do it very easily. And this time I want to invest 10 token and I can click on this proceed. It will happen exactly the same thing. I have to simply confirm the transaction. So I have to click on let's next, approve, and once the transaction will complete, I have to deposit the token in the contract so I can start earning the reward for my staking token. Now I have to click on this confirm. So it will be stake our token in the contract, and we have successfully staked our token in the contract, and here you will see it will reflect that it went up to 100. So that's how you can stake the token in the contract to earn reward. Now we can come back here in the staking reward section. Here we have multiple options. We are displaying the token which you have stake in each one of these pool, and here we have the 2 tokens One is the staking one and other one is the reward one. You can see the APY, and here we have the last reward calculation. So this is the total reward you have on, and this is the last reward calculation we have done in the contract. So if you want to withdraw the token or you want to claim the reward, you can do that. So you can see currently I have this much reward, so I can simply come here and I can click on this reward claim, and it's going to make a call to my smart contract, and I can able to claim the reward which I have earned. So I have to simply click on this confirm, and it's going to make the transaction. Once the transaction will complete, I'll receive the reward. So this is the one way of receiving the reward. Or if you have already have a reward, so at the time of deposit you will also withdraw that reward, and here the transaction is completed and we have withdraw our reward successfully out of the staking contract. So if I come back here in the reward staking, you can see it went down to 0 because we have claimed our reward. If I want to withdraw the token which I have staked, so currently I have 120 token. If I want to withdraw this token, I can do that. I can simply click here and I want to withdraw less, and finally the transaction is completed and you have withdrawn the token successfully. It went down to 90 because we have withdrawn 30 token and everything is got updated. In the same way, you can withdraw the reward and you can withdraw the token. So that's how our staking and withdrawal will work absolutely fine. Now if you come back to the activity section, there you will find all the details. So recently we have withdrawn 30 token, that's what it's reflecting. You can see we have claimed this much reward from the pool 0, that's what it's reflecting. Here we have the another claim which we have done at the time of deposit, that what is reflecting. You can see the deposit and you can see the time stat that when this transaction is happened. So that's how the activity page would look like. Now if you come back here in the partner section, where we have multiple partners, so you can simply promote any one of the campaign. But now we can come back to the question section. So your users can ask you questions, so they can give the name, they can give the email ID, and they can ask you the question, and you can simply paste this text and you can simply send the message. So here the message is sent and you will receive the message in your email. So every single thing is working fine about the staking, buying the token, claiming the reward, withdrawing the token, that's all is working. Now let me take you to the activity page. So if I come back here, if I click on this view all activity, it will take me to the activity page, and there I can able to find all the transaction and all the stats of the taking contract. So currently we have these 3 pools. You can see each pool with the token and the APY, and you can see the total number of token which stake in the staking contract, and here you will find all the transaction which happen in the contract. So that's what we have here in the activity section. Now we have an admin panel where you can able to control the entire smart contract, including the ICO contract as well as the staking contract. So to go to the admin panel, we can simply come back here and we have to simply click and change the URL admin panel, and this is the admin panel. Only you, the contract owner, can have this access of this admin, and only you, the admin of the contract, will have the access of the admin panel. You can see it's loading all of the data, including the staking contract data as well as the ICO contract data, and you can able to control and change the token and the pricing, every single thing. If you want to create new pool, you can do that as well. So it's taking a little bit time. Make sure to reload the page, and here we have it. So just wait, it's reloading. Once the page will reload complete, and here we got all of this data. Let me expand this one, and this is what you will have in the admin panel. So here you will have that. You can simply click and it's going to open the model, and you can buy the token if you want. And here you will find all the stats. So currently we have this 3 different pool. You can see number of tokens staked. This is your TBC balance because I'm the admin and I have created this token, so I have this much token in my wallet address. And this is the token, TBC token staked by the user, and you can see this TBC token which we have deposited in the contract after creating the pool. So when the user will deposit and claim the reward, so we can maintain the token supply. If it's go into the minus, the user cannot able to withdraw. So you as an admin, you have to constantly monitor and provide with the supply in the staking contract. So this much available supply we have provided, so the user can withdraw the reward. So that's the stat section. Here we have the explore section. So you can simply copy the URL of the contract and you can able to verify on the Etherscan. And here we have the details about the token which we are allowing user to stake and get reward. So name, symbol, total supply, and you can see the total token stake is this much because we are calculating the token staked by the user and the available supply which you have provided for getting reward. And that's what we have here. You can click here and you can able to explore the token on the block explorer. So that's the default admin dashboard we have. Now we have this investment section. There you will have all the transaction taking place in the contract. You can call it a notification. You can see we have the withdrawal function user have called, and you can see the time when they have withdraw, what amount they have withdraw. You can see the address and you can see the percentage wise the amount they have withdraw. Same goes with the claim. Same goes with the deposit, claim, deposit. So that's all stats you will find as an admin, and all the details about the contract interaction here in the admin panel. So that's the investing section. Now we have this staking platform. From here you can able to withdraw the token which you have provided. So this much additional supply you have provided as an admin, so the user can claim the reward. So if you want to withdraw this fund, you can simply give the address of the token, so the reward token address, and you can simply withdraw, and this particular token will be transferred to your wallet address. But you have to maintain this. We have given you this additional feature, so in future if you think that you don't want to execute this staking platform and you want to simply destroy the contract, then you can able to withdraw the token. After that you can destroy the contract. Okay, so that's what we have here in the staking. Now we have the transfer function. There you can able to transfer the token to any place. So you can give the address of the contract or a wallet, you can give the quantity, and you can simply transfer it. You can see this is the available supply which you have provided in the staking contract, so that's it's reflecting, and you have to constantly monitor and maintain this supply so the user can claim the reward without having any trouble. Come back to the pool, and from here you can able to create new pool. So to create a new pool, you can give the token address which you want the user to stake, and here you have to give the address of the token which you want the user should get the reward, and you have to define the API. This should be in percentage. Okay, and here you have to give the number of day which you want to lock the token, like 45 days, 100 days, or 200 days. So it's actually a day, and you can simply click on create, and you can create. So if you come back to the pool history, here you will find all the pools which we have created. So currently we have 3 different pools. You can simply copy the address of the pool, you can copy the address of the reward token, and you can see the deposit. So currently we have 90 token in the first, 60 and 100. You can see the API we are providing and the log day, and from here you can able to update the APY. So if you want to update this, you can simply click here and you can simply provide a new one, but make sure you should only update when there is no token available in this particular pool. That's the logic you have implemented, because you have to constantly maintain the supply and the APY of the pool. So that's what we have, all the pools. Now if you come back to the ICO token, there you will have 3 options. So if you want to change the token address, like in the ICO contract, you can simply give a new address of the token and you can update. If you want to update the price, you can simply update. So this is the current price we are charging, but if you want to charge more or less, you can simply update. And if you want to withdraw all the token which we have in the ICO contract, so you can click here and all the fund will be withdraw from that to ICO contract, and you will have it. So that's we have in our admin panel. Now let's try to check all the function we have included in our admin panel, and how admin can control the entire smart contract, ICO and staking. So you can come back to the dashboard. We have already seen this. Here we have the investment. Now let's talk about the staking. So if I want to withdraw the token from the staking contract, I can do that because I'm the admins, and currently I have provided this much additional supply so the user can claim the reward. So I want to withdraw very less. I don't want to withdraw too many because I have to maintain the reward supply. So I have to give the amount which I want to withdraw and the token address. So what I can do is I can simply come back to the pool section and I can go to the pool, and from here I can copy the address of the token. So I'll simply copy. So I can come back to the staking, and from there I can provide the address of the token. So this is the reward token, and here I have to give the token which I want to withdraw. So I'll go with 10 token, and I can click on this withdraw, and it's going to make a call to the smart contract, and I have to complete the transaction. So click on confirm, and the transaction is pending. Once the transaction will complete, it's going to withdraw the 10 token and I will receive in my wallet address from the staking contract. So just wait, the transaction is the pending state. You can minimize that one and you can click here and you can able to see the stats. So currently we have completed the swap, and here we have received the token. You can see the fund went up because we have received 10 token. So let's expand this one. That's how you can withdraw the token from the staking contract, and now it's went down to 88 because we have withdrawn 10 token. So that's how you can withdraw from the staking contract. Now if you come back to the transfer, if I want to transfer the token to any address or any contract, because I have to constantly maintain the supply of the staking contract so the user can claim the reward. So here I have to provide the address of the staking contract so I can transfer. So I can come back here in the dashboard, and this is the staking contract address. I can simply copy from here and I can come back to the transfer section, and this is the supply we have. I can click the address and I can pass the supply. So I will go with less, 100, not 100, 10, and I can click on this transfer. So this token will be transferred straight away to the staking contract, and I can able to maintain the supply. So I can literally transfer to the ICO contract or the staking contract, so the user can start purchasing and they get reward smoothly without having any trouble. All the transaction we are doing on actual test network, so it will take a little bit time. So just wait. It's in the pending state. Once the transaction will complete, you will see the fund will reflect here. So the transaction is completed, and here it's reloading the data, and here it will say that it went up to 898 because we have transferred the 10 token. If you come back to the transfer here, you will find the available supply in the ICO contract is went up to 10. So that's how you can transfer. You can transfer to contract address as well as the user address. So if I check here in the token ICO contract, it has this much supply. So I have to transfer more token into this so the user can continue buying our token. So to transfer that, I have to get the address of our token ICO. So I can come back here and I can simply paste the address of my token ICO contract, and I can simply increase the supply. So this time I'm going to transfer, let's say 100 token, and click on this transfer, and it's going to make a call to the smart contract, and we are transferring 100 token to the ICO contract. So the user can buy the token, and then they can use that token to stake and earn reward as more token. So if we click on this MetaMask, you can see the transaction is in the pending state, and here the transaction is completed, and we have successfully transferred the token into our ICO contract. So you can see, if you click here, you can see the fund went up to 180, and user can start buying it. Even I can buy the token. So if I want to buy, I can simply give the supply. Let's say I want to buy 5 token. I can click on this buy token, and it's going to make a call to my smart contract, and I'm buying 5 token and paying this much money. And I can click on the confirm transaction, and I will buy the token successfully, and I can use the exact tokens to stake in the contract to earn reward. So we have successfully bought the token, and it went up to 20. Earlier it was 15. If you check your ICO contract, it has less fund. So that's how you can buy the token. So you have seen the transfer. Now here we have the pool. So currently we have 3 different pools, and we have designed our UI component for 3 different pools. So if you come back to the home page, you will see that we have this component, and generally this is what we have exactly in actual industry project. We provide 3 different pool, not more than that. So that's what we have. If you try to create one more pool, and that's what logic we have implemented in our front end part, but in the actual contract we have a logic to create multiple pools, as many pool as you want, but in the front end we are restricting to 3. So you can come back to the pool section, and from here you can create a new pool. So I have to give the address of the token which I want the user should stake, and the reward token address, API, and day log. So I want to create another pool with the same token. So I'll come back here, and this is the exact token I want as a reward, as a stake. So I can come here, I can paste the address, I can paste the reward token address, and here I have to set the price, the APY. So I want to give like 300% return, and I want them to be stake the token less for 100 days. So I want them to log their token for 100 days. So that's the log days I have provided. Now I can click on this create pool, and it's going to make a call to our smart contract, and we have to simply confirm the transaction, and the new pool will be added in our contract, and which we can able to find here. You can click here to see the transaction is in the pending state. Adding pool, once the transaction will complete, it's going to reload the data, and it's going to fetch all the details about our contract, and it's going to display in the components. So you can see now we have 7 boxes because we have 4 different pools: 50, 100, 200, and 300. So as many pool as you will create, this will go up, and you will have the stats of that particular pool as well, and every single data would be a dynamic one. Now if you come back to the pool, here you will find, go to the pool history, here you will find that we got 4 pools. But if you come back to the home page, we are displaying only 3 pools because that's the logic we have implemented. We want to give 3 pools. That's the logic we have implemented. We are displaying only 3 pools in the front end, but in our contract we actually have 4 pools. So if you want to display all the 4, you can do that very easily. So I can simply come back here, and I can go back to the admin panel, and there you will find, come back to the pool, and you can come back to the pool history. Here you will find all the pools we have created. So this is the one we have created just now. You can click on this update APY, so you can simply update the percentage. So I can click here, and we are providing, let's say 300, so I want to increase to 500 return. So I can click on this update, and it's going to make a call to our smart contract, and that's how we can update. But I would suggest you that whenever you update, make sure there should be no token, no reward for that specific pool. You can simply open this one, and you can see the transaction is in the pending mode, and we are modifying the pool APY. I hope you guys know what is the full form of APY. Those of you don't know, or those of you know, just let me know in the comment section. So let's see how many of you know about this financial term. So that's how we have updated our API. So if you come back to the pools, go to the pool history, there you will find that we have updated for 500. It looks absolutely fine. So every single thing is looks good. Now we have this ICO token section. From here you can able to control the token ICO contract. So currently you will find that we are running an ICO of this particular token, TBC token, TBC, but you can run any token as an ICO. The reason why I'm running the ICO of this TBC token, because that's the token we are allowing user to stake in the contract, and this is the best strategy which you have to implement. Not everybody will have your token, so they can buy the token and they can stake to earn the reward. But this section will allow you to control the ICO contract. So if you want to use any other token, you can simply do that, but they're not able to stake in the contract. Okay, so if I want to update the token address, I can simply do that. I can simply come back to the pool and I can simply come here in the pool list, and this is the address. I'm going to take the same address to show you that you can update the token address in the contract. So come back here and I want to update the token address, but I will go with the same one. So let's paste here and click on this update address. It's going to make a call to our smart contract, and we have to simply confirm the transaction and the token will be updated. Anyway, we have used the same token to update, so it's going to have the same token in the ICO contract, and we'll have the reference of that token in the staking contract as well. So it's going to make a transaction, and here the transaction is completed and we have successfully updated our token. You can open that and you can see the data is reflecting here, and we have called this function. And if you come back to the auction, here you will find the symbol and the name, the same address we have provided. If I want to update the price of the token, so currently we are selling the token at this price. So if you want to update, you can simply update that. So I'll go with one more zero. So we have 4, I'll go with one more zero and I can update. Or if you want to charge higher, you can charge higher. I'll simply update that, and it's going to make a call to our smart contract, and we are updating the token. We are updating the price of our token, so the user have to pay that much fund when they will buy the token. So let's click on the MetaMask to see the transaction is in the pending state, and here you can see the transaction is in the pending state. And once the transaction will complete, you will have the price updated successfully. So we updated the price successfully. If you come back to the ICO token section, there you will, so that's how you can update the price. So if I want to withdraw all the token which I have in the ICO contract, for example, I have decided to change the token in the ICO contract to use different token for ICO sale. So what I can do, I can simply withdraw that all token in my wallet address. So currently I have this much supply and I'm the admin, so I can withdraw that. So I can simply call this function withdraw all token, and it's going to withdraw all the token from the ICO contract, and I can have in my wallet address. So let's confirm that, and here it will display. So just wait, the transaction is the pending state. Once the transaction will complete, you will find all the token in your wallet address from the token ICO contract. And here we have withdraw all the token from the ICO contract. So if you come back here in the token ICO, you will see it has 0 token available for ICO sales, and nobody can able to buy. So the moment I will simply buy and click on buy token, is going to give me this low balance, and it's going to reload the page because there is no token available for sale. So in that way, you can able to control the entire smart contract of staking DApp as well as the ICO token. If you really want to learn about the Web3 technology and build your own project to build a staking DApp where you want to promote and sell your cryptocurrency, so this is one of the projects which you have to include. You can simply click here and you can explore and have all the details about the token which you are selling. You can see all the transaction we have done. So we have withdrawn all the token. That's all the details you will find. If you want to find about the staking contract, simply copy the URL and you can simply paste here, and you can go into deep about checking your ICO contract. You can see all the transaction taking place. So every single thing is working absolutely fine. This is what exactly we're going to build. You can simply disconnect or you can simply connect with wallet. And now if I change my wallet address, you will see if I change my wallet address to this, and if I reload the page, you can see this is what a normal user will get. They will not have the access of the admin panel. So they can click here and they will go back to the home page, and there I will find all the details about my wallet address. So you can see this much the balance I have in my account too. And if I click on this, there is no token available, and you can see we sold 15 token. After that I have stopped the ICO, so we can able to see the balance and all the things. So if I come back here in the minimum, standard and elite, in that I have staked 10 token. I have staked 10 token in this particular elite one, and I have earned this much reward. So if I want to withdraw, I can do that very easily. So if I want to withdraw this 10 token, I can simply come back here and I can click on this, and I can simply click on the 10 token and click on this withdraw, and it's going to make a call to the smart contract, and I'm withdrawing the 10 token we have deposited, and it's going to also claim the reward. So I'll receive my 10 token as well as the reward I have earned. So it becomes empty. You can click here and you can able to see The transaction is in the process. Once the transaction will complete, you will have empty token, empty reward in that elite pool. And here the transaction is completed. Now you can simply come back here and you can see you have withdraw your fund, you have claim your reward. And if you come back here in the live activity section, you can see you have withdraw your 10 token and you have withdraw the reward as well, your addresses. You can see the timestamp. So every single thing is look good. Everything is look good. It's 100% responsive for all the devices. If I show you the inspect element, make on the big screen, this is how it's going to look on a mobile device. It looks incredible. You can click here, it's going to give you the side model. If you click here, you're going to have this pop-up model. You can simply copy the address or you can disconnect, and you are disconnected with the application. You can click and you can connect and you can pick any particular wallet provider. So I'll go with MetaMask, and it's going to make a call and it's going to fetch out all the information from the contract and it's going to display. Here we have the ICO, so you can click here and you can simply buy the token. This is the hero section. This is the token detail ICO section. Here we have the stat section. Here we have the first staking pool. So you can click here and you can invest in this particular pool to earn reward. They have the second one, which is the standard elite. Here we have the token details section. Here we have the reward section. You can claim and you can claim the reward and you can withdraw the funds in a small quantity. Don't withdraw in the large quantity, otherwise the return on the investment you will not get in proper way. So you can withdraw the token. Now you can come back here, so you can withdraw the rewards and the token from the staking. Here we have the live activity, so you can see all the transaction which you can able to track, and it's 100% responsive. You can click here and you can go to the activity page. Here we have the different partners which we are nice card section we have. That's all you will find. You can see nice animation we are having. It looks good. Here we have the question section, so you can click here and you can able to send the message to the creator of the tab. And here we have the footer section. So that's how it's going to look, the home page. Now if you want to go to the activity page, you can simply come back here and you can simply click on this view activities, and it will take you to the activity page where it looks absolutely incredible. So you can see it's going to load the data. Here we have the activity section, and here we have the currently activity happening, the notification happening in the contract. This will also look good. Now if I want to go to the admin panel, you can also check in the admin panel. So currently I'm not the admin, that's why I'm getting this option. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here. I'll simply change my wallet address to the admin one. So this is the admin address, and you can see it's going to make a call. Let me make on the big screen, and here I have the access. So only admin can have the access. So here we have the different tab which you can open. So currently by default we are opening dashboard, and you will find all of these details about the activities. That's all you will find. If you go to the investment section, there you will find all the activities which is taking place. That's all you can able to see here. Now if you go to the staking, there you will find the staking, so you can able to withdraw the tokens from the staking contract. You can check the transfer, you can able to transfer the token. If you come back to the pool, there you will find this is from where you can create a pool, and you can simply add a, you can able to have the details of all the pools. You can see, you can click here and you can update the pool APY. So that's what we have. You can come back to the ICO, and from here you can able to update. So you can simply update the token address, token price, or you can simply withdraw that. So every single thing is looking absolutely great. I hope you guys have understood that what exactly we're going to code in this project. Everything is working good. So let me minimize this one. And this is what exactly we're going to code in the particular project. So you can click here and you will be redirected to the home page. There you can able to have all the details about the contract, and this is what the user will see, and they can invest their token to earn reward. So I hope you guys have understood the entire architecture and what are the features and functionality we have included in the project. Now let me give you a quick walkthrough of the entire source code and the architecture we have used for building this staking tab, and what are the changes you have to do to make it your own. What are the addresses you have to change and where you have to do those changes to launch your own staking DApp. So once you will follow the complete project, this is what exactly we're going to build. Or you can simply come back to the blockchain coder. There you will find a source code section. From here you can come here in the recent project, and this is the project we have. So click on this. You can simply download the starter file in which you will have all the thing, and you can also get the final source code. In that you will get the complete project. So once you will download the final source code or complete the entire project, so when you will download the final source code, you will get the zip file, and make sure to unzip that and you will get this staking DApp folder. So I have opened this folder in my VS Code, and in that folder you will have these two files, final code and starter file. So let me give you a quick walkthrough that what exactly you will have in the final source code. And the starter file is already given, so make sure to download the starter file and follow the complete project. So the project is already live. Make sure to follow the complete project, and you will build the exact project which you have seen in the demo. So let's open in the big, and let's zoom a bit, and now let me give you a quick walkthrough that what exactly you will get in the final source code as well as in the starter file. So I'll click here, and here you will find all the component, all the context, all the contract, and all the files we have coded. So first thing we have in the component, in that you will have all the component. This is all the component we have designed together. So in the admin panel, you will find all the component which is only available to the admin, and admin can able to customize. So we have couple of regular component like button, click, input field, input ratio, list, pop-up model, pop-up button, title. So all of this regular component we have in the admin panel. So I'll close that one. Then we have the admin, the main file. In that we are importing all the component. Then we have the admin card, admin head, admin nav, auth, ICO token, investing, notification, pool, staking, token, transfer, update, APY model. So this is all the component we have for the admin page. Then here we have this React icon. In that we are using all the icon which we are using in our project. So we have done the import in this file, in this particular file, and from here we are exporting. So we can utilize in the project. So this is the React icons. Then we have all the components. So this is the Ask component we have. This is the contact. This is the footer. This is the header, hero section, ICO cell. And in this we are importing all the component and we are exporting and we are utilizing in our pages. We have the loader, notification, partner, pool model, statistics. This is the logo of the blockchain coder. I hope you guys already know because you have taken the code from the blockchain coder. And here we have the token, withdraw, and withdraw model. So all of this component we have built for our application. So you don't need to make any changes. You don't need to make any changes in any one of these places. If you want to change the text, for example, if you want to change the text like this one, the branding, Crypto King. So you can add this, change your branding. You can simply change the text as per your branding. So this is what we are displaying in the home page, Crypto King, but you can simply change that. In the same way, you can change all this text, but don't change the variable because every single thing is dynamic. I'll tell you what are the changes you have to do and where you have to do. So don't need to make any changes. You can simply change the text, don't change the variable. So this is the component. Now we have the context. In that we have 3 ABI and 2 files. So the very first one we have is this constants. In that you don't need to make any changes because all of this data we are getting from our environment variables like the contract address, the token addresses, and the network configuration. So you have to keep it as it is. You don't need to make any changes. Here you will find all the function we have built, like we have this ETH converter, token contract, actual contract, ERC20 token contract, token load, ICO, token ICO contract, and here we have the token ICO ERC20. So you don't need to make any changes here. Here we have the ABI of our ERC20 token. So you don't need to make changes. This is the regular ABI of any ERC20 token. Here we have the index file, and here we are doing all the magic. So if I come back on the top, we are using these packages. We are importing our variables from our context like contract, token contract, ERC20, ETH, and token ICO contract. So you don't need to make any changes. Here we have the environment variable. Here we have the notification status. Here we have the convert time. Here we have the weight converter, and we have the parse ether to getting and formalize the error of the contract in a proper way so we can display to the user. And here we have the short address, copy address, and here we have all the function like contract, deposit, transfer, token, withdraw, claim reward, create pool, modify, swap, add to token metamask. Here we have the add to token metamask, buy token, token withdraw, token update, and token update price. So you don't need to make any changes here, just keep it as it is. Simply close this one. Here we have the ABI of our staking contract. I'll show you how you can deploy your contract and generate the ABI, and that's what you can provide. So if you make a single spelling change in the contract, you have to give the updated ABI because the ABI will change. And this is the ICO token ABI. So you don't need to make anything changes here. So this is our context. Now we can come back to the contract, and here you will find these 2 files. So this is the staking contract and this is the token ICO contract. So if you click here, you can find all of this code we have coded together in the complete project. So you don't need to make any changes, just keep it as it is. So let me bring it on top, and here you can see we have all of this abstraction, re-entrancy guard. So this is actually an industry ready project we have built, and this is what I provide to my clients. We are using multiple providers and libraries to prevent and make our contract more secure. So you can able to see all of this interface contracts which we are utilizing to prevent and all of that transaction we are doing smoothly. So this is all what we have coded in the project. So let me close this quickly to show you where you have to do the changes in the contract if you want to do it. So if you want to do the changes, you have to do here. because this is the actual staking contract, and we are utilizing all this interface, abstraction, address. That's all we are using. The library we have coded, we are using in our actual contract. So you can call whatever you want to your contract. You can simply change that. You don't need to make any changes in here. So let me close it here, and you can see this is the pool information. So this is going to be your deposit, this is going to be your reward, and here we have the number of tokens. So you don't need to make any changes here. You don't need to do any changes here as well. You can keep it as it is. And here we have the function in deposit. So if you want to change the duration, so currently the transaction I have shown you, it's in 1 minute range. That's why you can see how quickly I'm depositing and withdrawing the fund. But you have to always restrict based on days. So you can see this is the change you can do. So we have a deposit function. In that, here we have the time lock. So this log data you will provide in the front end when you will create a pool. So if you give 1, and if we multiply with 60, is going for 1 minute. After 1 minute, user can able to withdraw the fund out of the contract. But that's not what we exactly follow in the industry, and I have already explained this extensively in the complete project. So here, this is the one which you have to activate if you want to stake the token on actual day wise. So you can simply activate this, and you can simply close this. I hope you guys understand the basic math. This 60 means 1 minute, and this 86400 means 1 day. So this value is in second. If you're going to sum up all of this and convert it, you will get 24 hours. And that's what logic we generally follow in the industry. We allow user to stake the token based on day, never on minute. You can do that. That's what I have given you. So you can simply test with the 60, which is 1 minute. After that, you can simply, when you will launch, you can simply activate this to 1 day. So I'm going to simply comment this, and I'm going to bring it back because I have to show you all the transaction. I can't create a pool and I have to wait for 1 day to withdraw the fund. I have to show you instantly. I can't wait it. So that's why I'm going with 1 minute, but you should always go with this value, not with this value. Okay. So that's the one change you have to do. And here we have this claim function. You can do the same thing with this value as well. So instead of 60, you can go with this value. So only these two changes you have to do in terms of time lock, and the rest should be fine. You don't need to make any changes. Just keep it as it is, because everything is going to be dynamic. This is the changes you have to do in the time lock as per the token. Got it? And if you update any single name or variable or even this time lock, you have to provide the updated API right up here when you will deploy the contract. So that's our contract of staking. And here we have the ICO contract. So we are using this ERC20 interface, and this is the entire ICO contract we have. We have the modifier, constructor. I will be the owner when I will deploy the contract, and here we have all the function for update token pre-sale price, multiplier to calculate the pricing, and here we have the buy function. So when the user will buy, we are transferring the token, then we are transferring the fund to our wallet address, and here we have all those details which we are getting about the token, and here we have the withdrawal function. So you don't need to touch anything in here, just keep it as it is. Now I'm going to simply close this one. If you come back to the pages, here you will find this app configuration. So here we are using this Web3 model, like Wing config. We are using a Web3 wallet provider to use multiple wallet. So you don't need to touch anything. All of this data you have to provide in the environment variable. So right now we have tested our contract on Ethereum test network, but you can literally deploy your contract to any blockchain. All you have to do is to simply provide this relevant information in your environment variable. I'll show you, and that configuration will take place automatically. So all of this data we have done with the network, it's coming from the environment variable. So you don't need to make any changes here as well. You can call whatever you want to your contract, and make sure to give the exact name. Actually, it's not that relevant, but you should always try to give the exact name of your application. Wing config file, and from here you can able to adjust the theme. So currently we are going with a dark theme, but you can go with the white and all. And here we have done all the configuration, and we are using all of this JavaScript library for animations and all of that. So you don't need to touch anything, just keep it as it is. You don't need to touch anything in here. So close this one. Now we have this activity. So this is the activity page. Just keep it as it is. Then we have the admin page. There you can able to find that we are fetching all of this information, and all of this we have. Then we have this index page, the home page. Again, you don't need to make any changes here, just keep it as it is. Looks good. Now close this one. You have seen the pages. Now we have this public. Inside that we have the CSS file, the icon, the images. You don't need to make any changes. If you want to do it, you can do that, but make sure to give the exact name which is given here, and you can change the images. So if you want to change this Binance, so you can change the image, but give the exact name. In that way you will not mess up the UI. And this is very basic. You have already, if you have followed the complete project, you have understood that how we are utilizing this. We have the images, then we have the JavaScript file, just keep it as it is. And here we have the blockchain coder logo. Looks good. That's what we have in the public. And here we have the CSS file. So all the CSS we have coded, that's what you will find. So we are importing the CSS file, and we have written a couple of CSS files. Don't need to do anything in here. Close this one. Now come back to the readme file, and here I have provided all the relevant information. So you can simply read the description. This is the image, and here we have the final source code. Make sure to watch this video. So this is the video which I'm recording. I'm going to attach here, so you can simply follow that. And here you will find all the important instructions. So like the VS Code installation, node installation, you will get all the source code, and you can simply come back here, and all the setups which is provided to you, which you can simply have a look from here. If you want to get the RPC URL of the blockchain which we have used in our project, so you can simply visit this particular website to get the RPC URL for that particular platform. Here we have the forms pair, because we are allowing user to send email messages. So you can go to this website, and from there you can generate your own API key. If you want to get free faucet for Ethereum test network, you can go to the Google Web3 clouds. There you will find free faucet. I'll show you how you can get that, and you can simply deploy your contract using Remix ID. And here we have some couple of important links. Make sure to check the pro course I have on the channel. This one, it will master you in Web3 development. It will take you from 0 to advanced level. And here we have the packages. So this is all the packages we are using, and here we have all the environment variable which you have to provide. Got it? If you come back to the package.json file, so this is all the packages we have. Now come back to the environment variable where you have to do the changes. So come back here in the environment.local, and here you have to do all the changes. So when you will deploy your staking contract, that's the address you have to provide here. When you will deploy your token ICO contract, that's the address you have to provide here. And here you have to provide the address of the token which you want to use it as a reward and as a deposit. So I'm using the same token as a reward and same token as a deposit. And that's the strategy we generally follow in the industry to have a good result. So you should always go with the same token and same reward system. In that way, your token project will kick up. Okay. And here you have to provide the logo of your token. So I have deployed this logo to our IPFS, and that's the URL I have provided. So remember, when the user will click on this add to MetaMask, add token, it will be add this image in the MetaMask, so the image logo will display. Then here you have to provide the address which you have used for deploying the contract, means the admin address, because this will have the accessibility of the admin page. So the account which you're going to use for deploying the contract, you have to use the same account address here. And here you can configure the network. So currently I'm testing on Ethereum test network, but you can literally define any network. Make sure to do these relevant changes. So you have to give the symbol, you have to give the currency, chain ID, network name, decimal, and network. And here you have to provide the RPC URL of that particular blockchain. So currently I'm deployed to the Ethereum test network. So this is the RPC URL I have used. So this one is for the Explorer, Etherscan Explorer. This one is for the token. This one is for the contract. This one is for the address. And here we have the RPC URL, which allows us to connect with the blockchain. And I told you to use this particular website to generate. So to get this RPC URL, you can simply come back here, open a new type AR. And this is a very powerful website where you will find different blockchain RPC URL. So we are deploying to Ethereum. You can go to Binance, you can go to Arbitrum, Phantom, you can pick any one. So you can click here, and here you will have the RPC URL. So you can go with the mainnet, you can click here, you can get the testnet. So you can simply copy this URL, and that's what you can simply provide here. So that's how you can provide all of this information. If you want to change the RPC URL for the Explorer, make sure to go to the exact Explorer. For Ethereum, I can simply go to the Etherscan and I can provide all of this. So you can simply come back here and you can get the URL for the token, for the addresses. That's what you can get it from here. So if I click on this, this is the address one. So you can simply copy this one and you can simply paste here. So this is how you can get. So make sure to go to that relevant blockchain where you are deploying and their block explorer and get the RPC URLs just like that and provide here in the environment variable. So it will be automatically take place in our project. So that's how you can simply change the network configuration. All the changes of the network you have to do here. You can literally deploy to any blockchain. Make sure to provide this relevant information. If you want to go with the main net Ethereum, you can simply do that exactly. Provide the chain name, decimal point, and change with the actual URL of the Ethereum. So that's how you can update your network. And here you have to get your own forms pair API key for sending email. So let's get this particular key And so to get this key, all we have to do is to simply come back here, open a new tab and type form spare. This is a powerful website which allow you to get it. So simply come here, click here and simply click on this get started. I already have my account, so I will simply logged in. So let's me quickly do one thing. Let's click on this sign in, and I already have my account, and here I got back into my dashboard, and there you will find all the project which you have created. And I can simply go back to my specific project. So I'll go back to the Solana one and I can click on this. Here you will have this particular key which you can simply copy and paste. I already explained every single thing in this particular video, so make sure watch it how you can get it. Okay, so simply copy that one, and that's what you have to provide. So now you know how you can get that. You have seen the network configuration. Now it's time to deploy our contract. So I hope that you already have your token. If you don't have token, then make sure to watch this particular project. In that I have explained that how you can create your own token, which you can follow, and simply follow that, because in that I'm not going to cover this token creation because I have covered multiple times. So I believe that you already have your token. So you can see I already have my token. So I'm going to simply deploy my two contract, which is the staking and the token ICO. So first we're going to deploy our staking contract, and I'm going to deploy this particular Ethereum test network. I'll come back here. Now I will do, you can see if I open the MetaMask, I already have this network configured in my MetaMask. But in your case, if you don't have this network configuration, you can do that very easily. You can simply come back to the Etherscan and you can simply select the test network. Like you can select this one and you can literally find a button right down here. So you can add this network in your MetaMask by clicking on this. You can see add this, and it will add it automatically in your MetaMask. If I come back here, you can see, or you can do in manual addition. So you can simply click on this add network and it's going to give you this page. You can click on this add network and here you will have the network configuration which you have to do. So you can call whatever name you want, make sure to give the exact name, and here you have to provide the RPC URL, and make sure you have to get this RPC URL from this particular website. Okay, this particular website, because this is the same RPC URL we are using in our project. So you can get the RPC URL, you can get the chain ID symbol, and here you're going to provide the block explorer and you can save it. So that's how you can add the network. I hope you guys have understood that how you can add the network. Once you will add the network, the network will reflect right here in your MetaMask. So make sure to select the network. So if I change the network, it say okay, but I'm not in that particular network, so I have to select the network. So I have selected the network, and you can see I already have this much fund in my wallet address, and this is the account I'm going to use for deploying the contract. So in your case, you don't have this particular fund in your wallet address, so you have to get couple of free faucet which you can use to deploy the contract. So to get it, we can use our Google Cloud Web3. We'll say Google Cloud Web3, type this particular one, click on this Ethereum faucet, and you can literally deploy your contract to any network. So you can click here and it will give you two options. So you can deploy to the Ethereum first test network, or you can go with the Sofali. So in the Hostly we can get 1 Ether, but in Sofali we can get to 5. So I'll deploying to this network. So I have to select that and I have to copy the address where I want to receive the fund. So I'll simply select this one. I can paste the address and I can click on this receive, and it's going to make a call and it will transfer the fund to my wallet address. So the transaction is the pending. Once the transaction will complete, you will see the fund will be reflected here and it went up to 3. So we have received that. So that's how you can receive the fund. So in the same way, if you try to deploy with the Sofali, you can do that. You can simply come back here and you can simply do the network configuration for the Sofali. It's already configured. If you go back to the network, here is Sofali is already activated, and I already have a couple of fund in Sofali as well. So if I want to receive fund for Sofali, I can do that very easily. I can simply come here, select this, I can paste the wallet address and send, and it's going to transfer the Sofali in my wallet address. Instead of using that particular blockchain for deploying contract, I can use on Sofali. So make sure when you use Sofali, you have to do the changes in all of these places. Means it's going, you have to change the SIM currency, chain ID, all of this RPC URL. So I would suggest you that first deploy your contract on this network and do all the testing. After that, you have to make the changes. Okay, so that's the thing I would suggest you. You can see it went up, but I'll switch back to the network and I have this much fund. So once you have this fund, you are ready to deploy your contract. So now we're going to use Remix ID. So click on it, and I hope you already know what is Remix ID, and you have to deploy and use Remix ID, this one, because there is a lot of fraud Remix ID we have in the industry. So make sure you should always check this particular URL, remix.ethereum.org. This is the only Remix ID we have. We don't need to use any other one. So make sure to close this one, and I can come back here in the contract, and you can see I have this 2 contracts. So make sure to, let me delete this to show you everything from scratch. I'm going to delete this existing contract. I'll delete this as well. So there is no contract I have. So I'm going to simply create a file. I'll say, let's say test.sol. That's how you can create file in Remix ID. And in this, we're going to paste our staking contract. So what we can do, we can simply come back to our code and we have to simply select this entire contract, and that's what we have to simply paste here and simply click on OK. And here you can see we got our contract right here in the Remix ID. It's compiled successfully, and you should always check the compiler version we are using, because this is the contract we're going to verify on our Etherscan. So make sure to always use the latest compiler version. Click on compile. I have my auto compile, that's why it's compiled automatically. Now I'm ready to deploy the contract. So simply click here. I'll click on this. I'll click on this injected provide a MetaMask, and it's going to connect. So I'm connected with the MetaMask. You can see this is the account I'm using, BB0, and I have this much fund. Now I have to deploy the contract. So here we have a multiple contract, but the one we have to deploy is this one. So click on this Staking DApp and I click on this deploy, and it's going to make a call to our MetaMask, and we have to simply confirm the transaction. Click on confirm, and the transaction is the pending state. You can click here and you can see the status of the transaction. Once the transaction will complete, you will get an interface right up here. So the transaction is completed, and you can simply come, you can go back to the block explorer, and there you can able to see the transaction status. So it's indexing, but the transaction is completed. Simply reload the page and you will see the status will reflect here soon, but the transaction is already completed. And you can come back here, and here you can see we got our contract address, and this is what we need. And it will also give you this interface, so you can simply interact with your smart contract right from here, what we have built our front end. So you have to simply copy this address and simply come back here, close this one, and here you have to replace the address. So what I will do, I'm going to simply copy this both, and I'm going to comment this, and I'm going to paste it here. So I'm going to simply copy it and paste here. I'll say new addresses, and I'm going to simply activate this one, and I have to simply come back here and I have to copy one more time, copy the address. This is for the staking contract, so I'll simply replace here, paste here. Got it. I got my contract here. Now I have to get my token ICO contract. So before I go to the token ICO contract, I have to get the ABI. So to get the ABI of our staking contract, we can simply come back here. You can go back to the files, and here we will have the artifact. Inside that you will have the ABI of our staking contract. Simply scroll here, and this is what we have. Simply select all, or you can simply delete this old ABI. There is no problem, and you can simply compile one more time. Click on this, close this one, select this one, and click on this, and it's going to generate the ABI one more time here. So you can see, if you can't see that, you can generate a new ABI by compiling it. So simply select all and copy and come back here, and that's what you have to provide here in this staking tab. So simply replace and paste here. So we got our updated ABI. That's how you can get it. Once you get that, now we're done with this. Now we have to verify the contract, because you should always verify your contract, so the user who are investing in your contract, they can see in that what exactly is there in the contract and how they are earning the reward. You should always verify your smart contract. So we're going to do that. So for that, I'm going to do one thing. I'll simply come back here in the deploy section, and I have my address here. So to verify, simply copy this one, come back to the test network where you have deployed. Our contract is deployed successfully. I'll simply come here and let's paste the address of our contract here, and it's going to take us to the contract address. So we have got it. You can see our contract is not verified, and we have deployed our contract successfully 3 minutes ago. So to verify that, we can simply click on this contract, and here we have the option called verify and publish. Click here, and it will take here. So we have to select file tab. So first we have to select, so click here, and we have to select the single file, because all the contract we have in the single file. So that's what we have to select, single file. And from here we have to select the compiler version. So we have to go with the latest one. And from here we have to select the license identifier. So we'll go with MIT and click on this continue. And it's going to simply verify your contract. And once it will give you this option, here you have to paste the entire contract. So simply come back here, simply literally copy the entire contract and paste here, and simply click on this publish. And that's how you can publish your contract. So just wait, and here our contract is successfully published. You can simply click here, and it will take you to the contract page. You can see the address, and here we have a tick, and you can literally interact with the contract right from here. So you can simply read the data. You can connect your wallet, and you can simply interact with the entire data. So you can simply come here, see the addresses. If you want to create pool, you can simply create right from here. You can simply click on this add pool, provide the address of the deposited reward, the APY, and the day log, and you can create. So you can literally interact with that, but we have built our front end, so we're going to do in the elegant way. So that's how you can verify that. I hope you guys have understood how you can create and verify and deploy your contract. So everything's look good. We're done with that. Now we can come back here. So we're done with this taking contract. Now we have to deploy our token contract. So we'll come here, we'll copy the entire contract. Now we can go back to the remix ID, and I'll simply minimize this one. I'll create a new file. Let's close this one and let's create a new file. I'll say token ICO.sol, and here I have to paste the add contract. So this is the entire contract. It's got compiled successfully. Now I can simply deploy it. So you can see I'm already connected. I'm using the same account, and from here I have to select this particular contract, click on deploy, and it's going to make a call to our smart contract, and I have to simply confirm that. So click on confirm, and the transaction is in the pending state. So click here, and once the transaction will complete, you're going to find the address of the contract. Here you can see we got the address of the contract. Simply come here, copy, and that's what we have to simply provide. So simply close it, and that's what we have to provide here. So we got our updated address of both the contract. Now let's quickly verify this contract as well. Copy, come back here. Okay, before we do that, I have to get the address. So I'll simply copy and have to simply paste the address, hit enter. Got it. This is the contract we have deployed. Now click on this contract. We can call it publish. We can click here in the remix ID, simply copy the entire code, come here, single file is going to be this compiler version, and we have to pick the MIT and click on continue. And here we have to paste the entire contract address, and I can click on this verify and publish, and it's going to make a call to our smart contract. And here we have verified our contract successfully. You can click and you can come here and you can see, and you can literally interact with the contract and all the functionality. Got it? So everything is looking good. Now we can come back here in the remix ID, and we have to get the ABI of our contract. So we'll go back to the contract, and here we have the ABI. So simply scroll down, token ICO, and I can simply come back here, go back to the token ICO, simply select, replace, and paste. So we got our ABI. So we have done all the so we got our updated contract address, and I'm using this token. I hope you guys already have your token, and this is the account I have used for deploying. So that's the address I have provided. This is the network where I have deployed the contract. So that's the configuration I have done. So now we are ready to test our application. So we have done with all the setups. So first open up your terminal, and we have to get into back this folder. So simply copy the name and cd enter. So we are in this particular folder, and I'm using this particular node version, the latest one. If you check the npm version, I'm using this one. So there is no problem with the latest version, but if you have the old version like 18.12 or 7, it will also work fine. But if it's create any problem, make sure to upgrade your node version, which I have explained in this particular video. Okay, so this is the node version I have used. Now I'm going to simply clear my terminal, and I have to install all of these packages. I'll say npm I and hit enter, and it's going to do all the installation. Just wait, it will take few seconds, because we are using all of these libraries for building this phenomenal application. And here you can see I'm getting this couple of warning and vulnerability. Simply ignore that, because we have to use the exact versions. So simply clear your terminal and type npm run dev, and now we are ready to start our application. So our application got started. Simply copy this localhost 3000, come back in the browser, close all of this, and you can simply paste here. Let me close this one and hit enter. And the moment you will do that, you can see I'm getting this. Simply reload the page, it's not an error. And here you can see it's going to fetch out all the information. Right now there is no information is available, everything is empty. No transaction history, no pools, no analyticals, no token, everything is empty. Every single thing is empty. If you click here, everything is empty. If you go back to the, let's say, analytical page, admin page, you will see this is the account I have used for deploying, so there is no data. This is my fund is reflecting of the token, but every single thing is empty. Investment is not there, staking, there is nothing in here, transfer is not there, pool, if you go to the pool history, there is no pool history, token. So we have to update all of this. So then our user can interact with our contract and they can stake the token. So first thing we have to do is to create a pool, because if you see there is no pool available. So we have to create 3 pools. So it's going to reflect here. So let's do that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm come back to the admin page and I go back in my VS Code and I have to get the token. So this is going to be the reward token as well as the deposit token, because that's the actual architecture we follow in the industry. So click on the pool and here we have to give this add pool. So click here, paste the address. This is the reward token, same, and I want to set the API is going to be 50% and I want to set for 1 and I can click on this create pool and it's going to make a call to our smart contract, and here we have to simply confirm the transaction, add pool, confirm, and it's going to open and complete the transactions. Click on the MetaMask to see the transaction is the pending state, and once the transaction will complete, you can able to simply verify that. And we have added the first pool, and that information is going to be reflected. You can see this is the first pool we have added. If you come back to the home page, there we have the first pool added. This is the only pool is reflecting. You can simply click and you can start investing in that. But let's create 2 more pools. After that, we're going to do all the testing. Okay, so click on the pool and let me give the same token address, and it's going to have, let's say, 100% APY, and it's going to be for 2 days. And I can click on this confirm, open the MetaMask, and the transaction is the pending. So we have created the second pool. You can see the second pool is reflecting. Come back to the pools, go to the pool listing, we have the second pool. Now let's create the third pool. Click here, I'll go with this address and I'll go with the API of 200 and I will be for 3 days. Click on this third pool and here we have to simply confirm the transaction. So we have created the 3 pools. Now we have to deposit the token in our staking contract so the user can claim. So we can come back to the transfer and we have to transfer the token. So for that, I'm going to use our contract address. So I'll paste the address. Currently it has 0 balance. I'll say let's pass 100 token. Click on this transfer and it's going to make a call to our transfer function and confirm the transaction, and the token will be transferred in our staking contract so the user can claim reward. So finally the transfer of the token is completed and we have funded our staking contract with 100 token in surplus. So that's how you can transfer. Now if you come back here in the ICO contract, there is no token is available for ICO. So I have to update the token ICO. So I'll simply copy so this is the token I want to set for an ICO. So paste the address and I have to update that. Let's click on this, confirm, and this token will be added in our ICO contract for sell. And this is the same token we are providing as a reward. So click on the MetaMask and the token will be added successfully. And the transaction is completed and we have successfully set the token in the ICO contract. Now we have to set the price. So currently it's 00. So I'll go with this much price of our token to sell in the ICO contract. Let's click on this, confirm. The transaction is the pending. Once the transaction will complete, this is the price we'll set in the ICO staking contract. So we have set the price successfully. If you click here, this is the price we have set. If you want to withdraw, we can withdraw that very easily. But if you click on the ICO token, there is no token available for the ICO sell. So I have to transfer the token to the ICO contract. So click here and let's transfer that. So I'll give the address of the ICO contract and I have to transfer 100 tokens. So click on this transfer TBC token and it's going to make a call and we are transferring this much token to our ICO contract. So click on this confirm. Click on the MetaMask to see the transaction status. So currently it's in the pending state. When the transaction will complete, this fund will be reflected in our ICO contract so the user can start buying the token. So we have successfully transferred the token to our ICO contract. So click here and you can see the fund is reflecting here. So we have seen this ICO, we have seen the pool, we have seen the transfer, we have seen the staking. So if you want to withdraw, you can withdraw that because there is already 100 token is available as a surplus. Now we can come back to the home page and from there we can able to stake the token in our staking contract to earn reward. So if I come back here, there is no token stake is available at the moment. You can see the duration, this much return I will get on my investment, and this is the 50% I will get. So I want to stake, let's say 50 token. I'll simply click here and I want to stake 50 token. I already have this much fund, and no, there's no deposit. There's no deposit as a total. So click on this proceed, and it's going to approve. I have to simply approve that, and I have to click on confirm. You can check here, the transaction is the pending state. Once the transaction will complete, you will have this token stake in the staking contract, and it will start making commission, the reward you will start receiving. And here the transaction is completed. Every single thing is working absolutely fine. You can see every single thing is dynamic, and you can see the number of token you have staked, 50 token, and you will start earning the commission. So you can see you have already earned this much commission for that duration time. So this is the calculating internally every 1 minute, and it's reflecting, and you can able to withdraw. So right now there is no reward is available. This is the last time reward calculation, but let me wait for at least 1 minute we have set as a lock period. Once this get over, and we'll get couple of reward here, so I'm going to withdraw that. So after 1 minute we'll get our reward of 50 token. So let's the time complete, but we can check other functions. So you can simply come here, you can disconnect, you are disconnected. You can simply click and you can pick the MetaMask. So every single thing is working fine. You can see the dynamic data, and you can able to buy the token. So currently there is a supply of 100. If I want to buy the token, I can simply buy it. So let's buy at least not 100. I'm going to buy 10 token, and this much money I have to pay. So click on buy token, and I have to simply confirm the transaction. So I'll say confirm. You can open the MetaMask, and you can see the transaction is in the pending state, and here the transaction is completed. It's reloading, and we have successfully bought the token. You can click here and you can see it went down to 90, and it's went up here to 10, and you have received the fund. Now if we come back here, you can see we have earned the reward, and the luck of 1 minute is over, and now we are ready to claim this reward. So we can simply come back here, click here, and I can click on this claim reward. It's going to make a call to our smart contract, and we can simply claim the reward successfully. Click on confirm, open the MetaMask, and you can see this reward will be claimed successfully, and it's going to be transferred to our wallet address from the staking contract. So just wait, and here the transaction is completed, and the page is reload, and we got our reward back to our wallet address. You can come back here, you can see you have an empty reward. Now if I want to withdraw the fund, I can do that very easily. You can see the stats, claim, this much token we have claimed, and this is the deposit we have done. Now if I want to simply withdraw, I can do that. I can simply come here, and I should always go with the 20% to a 20 token I want to withdraw. So click on this withdraw, and it's going to make a call to a smart contract, and I have to simply confirm the transaction. So click here, and the transaction is in the pending state, and once the transaction will complete, we'll have our token back to our wallet address. And here the transaction is completed, and we have withdraw our funds successfully. If you come back here, you can see it went down to 30, and here you will find the withdrawal stated that we have withdrawn the 20 token. So every single thing is working fine. I hope you guys have understood that what exactly you have to do. First, after deploying your contract, you have to come back to the admin page, and from there you have to set up and create the pool. So you have to first create the pool, then you have to transfer the token as a surplus in the staking contract. Then you can create, update the address of the ICO token, the price, and then you have to transfer the token to the ICO contract, so it would be available for sale. There you will find all the data. From here you can able to withdraw. So every single thing is looking good. You can simply click here, and it will take you here in the block explorer, where you can able to check the token details, or you can simply copy the URL. This is the address of your staking contract, where you can able to see all the transaction taking place. The withdrawals, the deposits, that's all we have done. So this is what exactly we have built in the project. Make sure to follow the complete project. You will understand everything. So this is what exactly you will get in the final source code when you will download it, and this is the exact setup you have to do. And this is the exact setup you have to do when you will get the final source code. So make sure to do it exactly way and provide all this relevant information. So first test with this particular network and check all the functionality. After that, you can simply do the modification, the RPC URL and the network configuration, and you can deploy your contract to that specific network. Okay, look good. So I'm simply close this one. And one thing I would say that when you will get the final source code, I'll simply delete this one. And I'm also going to delete this one to show you one more thing. So before you make the changes in the contract or any addresses, what you have to do is you will have this particular address. This address will be given in the final source code. So make sure to execute this address, these addresses first, and check all the data in the contract. So when we get that, first we have to get in this particular folder, copy the address, is the name, hit enter. Now we have to install the package. And this is the exact thing you have to do first when you will get the final source code. After that, the way I have explained, just do it. Because this particular addresses of the contract which I have provided, it has couple of transaction, couple of funds. So you can simply play around with this. After that, you can simply deploy, and the way I have explained, just test the exactly way. So I have installed the packages, simply clear the terminal, type npm run dev, and here our application got started on locals 3000. You can come back to the browser and you can simply reload the page, and I'm already in the admin page, so I have the access because this is the same address which I have used for the admin, and this is not an error. Simply reload the page, because reload the page, and here you will have the access. Just wait, and here you can see the 4 pool we have created. That is looking good. That's all the data which is reflecting there. So just test with that. Okay, after that, just follow the way I have explained and do the modification in the network and deploy your contract. So hope you guys have understood. Everything is working fine. If you have any question, any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. So every single thing is working fine. I have already given you the starter file, so simply download the starter file from the blockchain coder and start following the complete project. So click here and you can download it and start following the complete project. You will understand everything, and you can simply take the final source code and follow the exact startup which I have explained. So that's the only thing from my end, and this is the course which I have launched. In that, you will master complete blockchain development from beginner to advanced level. We have a lot of students have already enrolled. It has 40 hours of content, 100 lessons. You can complete, you will master complete Solidity programming language, global web3 setups, build one of the complex NFT marketplace with 5 different contracts. You're going to have a couple of crash courses. So make sure to check this complete project and get into that and start building. You will learn every single thing. So that's the only thing from my end. If you have any question, any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely try to help you with that. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.